So, I've been a Bloodstrike player on mobile for a while now, and I love it. Mobile gaming is where I've spent more time on, and I've gotten really comfortable with the controls. But today, I decided to try something different. I wanted to compare the mobile version of Bloodstrike to the PC version to see what all the hype is about. I'm not a PC player, so this was my first time giving it a go. And let me tell you, it was quite the experience. First off, I noticed the difference in FPS right away. On mobile, I'm used to playing at a solid 120 FPS, which is solid, and I'm perfectly happy with it. But when I switched to the PC version, I saw it was running at 240 FPS. And wow, the difference is insane. The game was so much smoother. The animations, the movement, everything just flowed better. I could see how much more responsive it was. It felt like I could react faster. Tracking of enemies felt better after each match, and overall, just play more fluidly. On mobile, it's great, but that 240 FPS on PC really makes a huge difference, especially in fast-paced situations. But then, the real challenge came: aiming. Now, I've been playing mobile for so long that I'm used to the touch controls. They're fine, but to be honest, they're not as precise as a mouse if you're good with it. Trying to line up shots, especially from a distance or when the enemy's moving quickly, can be a challenge. I definitely miss that fine-tuned precision. So yeah, I get why mobile players sometimes rely on aimbot to make up for it. Without that extra help, it can be a bit tricky to stay competitive in those close-range or fast-paced gunfights. Aimbot definitely help level the playing field for mobile players who need that extra assist with aiming. The difference between PC and mobile is huge. With the mouse, my aim is much better. I can adjust it so easily and so quickly, and that makes a massive difference, especially when I'm trying to get that perfect shot. I don't need any aimbots to help me out. The mouse gives me so much control, and it just feels natural. The precision is so much better than with touch controls, and the higher FPS on PC, it just adds to the overall experience. Aiming is a lot easier and more accurate. Everything just feels more controllable. So here's where I stand. Mobile is still a blast, but after trying PC, I can see why players say it's the superior experience. The FPS on PC is smoother, the aiming is way more precise with the mouse, and it just feels a lot more responsive overall. That said, mobile players still have a solid experience. 144 FPS still feels great, and aimbots help close that aiming gap. But if you're looking for that extra edge, PC is where it's at. Now, I get why the game gives mobile players the option to play in PC lobbies or not. Honestly, after trying the PC version, I completely understand why that option exists. Mobile players might not have the same precision and FPS as PC players, so letting us choose whether we want to play against PC players or team up with them makes sense. It gives us a chance to enjoy the game while balancing things out. You get to choose whether you want the challenge of going up against PC players or have them as teammates in the same match. It's a smart way to make sure everyone's still having fun without feeling completely outmatched. Also, something I noticed: both the mobile and PC versions have their own unique advantages. On PC, everything looks sharper, with enhanced visual effects and higher resolution graphics. The PC version gives you a much more detailed environment, and that really makes a difference when you're trying to spot enemies in the distance. Mobile, on the other hand, is optimized to give a great experience while balancing performance on different devices. The graphics are scaled down a bit, but it's still very playable and enjoyable. The controls are also a big difference. On PC, you've got the mouse and keyboard, which is just on another level compared to the touch-based controls on mobile. And the interface, on PC, it's designed for bigger screens, so navigating through the menus and HUD feels much easier, whereas the mobile version is more compact and touch-friendly for smaller screens. And then, there's the whole cross-platform matchmaking. I mean, that's something really cool. Mobile and PC players can compete against each other, which makes for larger matches and keeps things interesting. But as I mentioned earlier, the game gives mobile players the choice to play against PC players or not, which is a nice touch. It keeps things fair for those of us who don't want to face the higher-end PC players right away. Honestly, after my experience, I can totally see why PC players have such an edge. It took me a bit to adjust, but once I did, I could feel the power of that precision and the smooth performance. For someone like me, who's not used to PC gaming, it was a real challenge. But now I get why so many players prefer it. Mobile is still great for me. 144 FPS is more than enough, and I love the portability. But after trying out PC, I now understand why some players prefer it so much. If you're serious about Bloodstrike, especially in competitive play, the PC version is definitely worth considering. But for mobile players like me, it's all about getting that extra aim help and enjoying the game on the go.